Hello and welcome back to Factorio. I'm Ivan, and in the last episode I believe we increased a lot of production because we boosted our plastic, we boosted our electricity by quite an amount. Oh no, we forgot to defend the area. I think I'm going to defend the area right now. Because if we forget and they mess up our power plant, that's going to be a tiny issue. Because if power runs out, our turrets stop shooting and we might actually lose the game. So we don't want that to happen. That sounded a bit dramatic, but it might actually be true. So we did plastic. We still need 500 million modules, but we did increase stuff. Now here I think let's see, we have plastic, we have copper, we have greens all the way down as well. Yes, all the way down. So what we need is modules and beacons and more modules, or a new array. So let's cross over here, find our turret square. I think this one is good. And then we're going to turret this place up. So do we want, no, let's do it outside so we don't mess up anything. Let's see. Oh no, the power. Well, this is good. Yeah, that's nice. I hope we have enough turrets. And there we go. That's my blueprint for turrets. That's the maximum distance for the power pole, and I like to do that for turrets, like so. And maybe one more, like so. And then we do here, here. Oh, I might not have placed all of them there. And there. Let's see. Do we need to block off all the way? No. What we could do is block off here and then block off here. If we did that. Or we can block off here and be done. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get some more turrets so we can do that. So this means we need to tear this down, and let's keep these actually in case something gets by. I don't want any mistakes or any accidents happening up here. Even though the biters haven't been much of an issue, I think I've done quite well on. Oh, that's a reminder. Let's do some of those. Yeah, I think I've been somewhat decent at placing turrets, at least. A lot better than I usually am, because I usually don't do anything until I get attacked, and then I run around and try to fix stuff before the base is ruined. So let's just place them across. Let's try this new thing. So if we cover. We need to see it, of course, yeah. So we need to move anyway. I like the idea of being able to place turrets from space, but of course we need to see the actual area, yeah. So this place, though, if this gets a lot of attacks and at some point one of the electric poles get stomped, then we have an issue. So let's do one more here. Good. We have enough power for it anyway, so we seem to be fine right now. And we're doing great on the water. I wonder why they only go up to 20k instead of 21k on this side. That's a bit... I was going to say random, but it probably isn't. It's probably a system that I don't know. Okay, so base is safe for now. It's not very safe up here, but maybe we bring the murder train up here and shoot this base or block off here or something later. So what we need now is modules. I'm going to module the red chips because the red chips are still the limitation or the bottleneck for modules, and modules are the bottleneck for everything else. So let's, oh, we have many modules now, many blue modules. That's very nice. So let's go place those up at the red and watching the minimap for trains there, and we are safe. Now we need to place some of these all the way up. And now I'm reminded that I didn't place a thingy up at the place we were supposed to place a thingy. And by that I mean radars here. But I need to remember to place one here. Boop. And also that, because this is starting to get expensive. So we need productivity as well. 31, that's not enough. So let's get between here and place what we have. So the productivity is helping a lot. The speed is also, of course, helping a lot. I think, yeah, no, it looks fine like this, but it doesn't matter much. We just need more. So let's use this train to go home. It's not very far, maybe not worth taking the train. I don't know, it is a nice ride and the train looks funny. Good. So let's start the next phase now. This is one of the things I'm halfway dreading. Oh, we're getting there on the science. That's really nice. Now I was asked, I can explain something now. I was asked why I didn't prioritize, or about the effect of prioritizing outside or inside belt when merging like this here. So why I didn't prioritize the inside or the outside on the input priority, like so or so. And the reason for that is that basically it doesn't matter. If you prioritize like this, it tries to get every other, but when this belt is full, it can't put the one from the right side in, which means that because it can't put the right side, it's holding the left side and the whole belt stops. I believe that's the reason. So if you have input priority to the right, that's what happens. Because it can't input on the right, the left side won't input either, so it stops. While if you have the input priority to the left, let's see, it will prioritize that, so when the belt fills up, like it will now, it will keep moving. And the reason for sorry, the reason for not doing anything is because it will stop, and that shows you when it's full. That's the only difference. One, it keeps moving. Two, it shows you when it's full because it stops. So that's the reason for that. That was a lot of talking for not much information, I guess, but that's fine. Now I'm going to remove these because we don't need to spend our precious modules on research while we aren't doing any research. I'm going to leave the production ones in, yes. So here we see the greens are moving because the belt isn't full yet. It's going to be full very, very soon, and then it will stop. Anyway, that was the thing. So what we do want though is to fill this belt with science, and to do that, oh, there it is. Wow, exactly now it filled up and stopped. Which means we can do any science we want, but I want space science. And I don't want the factory to have to make science, because when it doesn't, we have, or at least it looks like we have more stuff. And I like believing that we have more stuff. And we do. This is quite decent, actually. It's very slow though. We should do a blanket upgrade on the belts, probably. And by blanket, I in my mind I thought, let's upgrade the whole base, like do one of these. But I don't remember if we have enough of something that we need, and that would be iron, and I don't remember if we did any weaving, and that would mess up the base completely if we did weaving. I don't think we did though. We might have, like in the mall, but I'm not sure if we even did it in the mall. This is not supposed to be weaving, no. So anyway, it would take more product than I think it's worth. What we could do though is upgrade some of the machines to tier 3, but that doesn't matter much either, because we haven't run out of a single material yet. We run out temporarily and then we get enough. So this is completely fine. Okay. So the dreaded space science, and I'm looking for space science here, but the space science is actually here. So this is the recipe for space science, basically, and this is a lot. So how are we going to make this? Are we going to make it in an outpost, or are we going to make it in the base? And the plan is to make it all in an outpost, but I'm looking at it and it's so expensive. And we also need to make a rocket, which is going to take items, basically. So let's see. What we're going to do is we're only going to have one rocket launch bay, rocket silo. That's this one. This one we're going to handcraft. I'm not going to make an array to make rocket silos, unless we later in the game are going to produce many of them, but I don't think we are. So I'm going to hand stitch a rocket silo, and we're going to use that one for a long time, because I believe one is enough for a long time. Maybe we should start by doing that. So electric engines, how many? 200. So that's more than these, a lot more, I believe. And that's 100 though. Oh, it's close. It's not enough, but it's close. So I'm going to get all of the things. We need 100 more blue chips. That's something we can request. I think might remember it wrong, so I'm not going to try. I'm just going to rob a nice little belt, because that's the best way to do that, and that would be done. So we also need 1,000 steel. This is going to mess with inventory space, I believe. At least we have a lot of steel right now. So one of the things we could have done is set up a factory, set up an assembler to actually craft it. I am going to do that because that leaves us with a lot of space to gather the concrete. So I'm not going to handcraft it anyway. I'm going to manually put items into a machine that's going to craft it for us. So we only need engine units and concrete. Why do I have concrete? And where do I make it? I think concrete might be one of the things we use up here, but maybe it isn't. It isn't, it's stone, and this one is just the bricks. Okay, so we aren't using concrete. Oh, I remember now. We are using concrete for the nuclear stuff, right? Yes. Good, and that would mean it need to get the concrete from somewhere, and that would be here, right? Yeah. Good. This belt is very slow. I wonder if we have enough buffer on the belt to actually get us to 1,000. And maybe I should have just set up a box for it to fill to 1,000, so we didn't have to stand here filling our pockets with concrete, but it's fine. 800. And that leaves me some thinking, because the rocket parts is going to be a project. I'm really looking forward to seeing how that's going to go though. So that's the electric engines. Oh, moving trains. Stay away from the thingy. There we go, and plop. Good. So these things, I guess we feed those to the universe. Yeah, not the engines though. Those are quite expensive, and those go there. Good, and we got rid of some steel batteries and stuff. And pipes we need. Okay. 90 concrete. Don't want that. So that's here? Yes. Because each one of those need 500. Yeah, that one is the expensive one. So now we have a rocket silo. Oh, it's nice. So we need fuel, we need low density structure, we need rocket control units, and we need at least 4 modules. This is the most important building in the game to module, I believe, because you save so much, so much. These, it would be nice to module these as well. So in our outpost, we are going to need a whole bunch of low density structures, which means we're going to need a whole bunch of copper, which we don't have. Now that one's a bit interesting. I also think we need to do a lot down here. So let's start with that. Let's start with a part we know how to do. And this is one of them. So looking at the minimap, can we zoom on this one? It's not needed. I'm just a bit scared of trains. So, here we go. I think we need to put these here. Boop, boop, and boop, boop. Okay. Red chips are not done. Oh, yeah, we're missing a few still. So maybe we should channel a bit more into the purple ones. Also, maybe we should balance belts. Let's balance those belts. Good. I like that the train arrived pretty close to running out though, so that's nice. Okay, so you can go home. Well, I'm not going to jump off a train at speed because that scares me. So we need to set up stuff. This thing isn't moving perfectly, so we might have to do stuff here. Nah. This thing we should do something about because it doesn't have modules, but I'm not going to do it right now. I am, however, going to I was going to here, right? That was the plan. Let's actually start by using the stuff, so we don't overkill that part. Let's look at our map and find out. I think this place might be a good location for rockety stuff. So maybe I'm going to do this thing from space. Oh, that's really nice. So, but we need to get there anyway because we have things in the way. So, good, and go there. Empty cargo. Good. Now this is one of those days when I have too many thoughts and too little time to express all of the thoughts. So I'm sorry if the thought process isn't explained properly, but I promise that they are there, some of them at least. Let's see. So maybe I tear down the loop. Maybe the loop needs to go. Yeah, the loop needs to go. We can add a loop somewhere else. This looks so messy. But no trains would use that loop anyway, I believe. So we use this and plop. And then we remove these 3. I think that's enough. Oh, and we need to use the blueprint. Yeah, it was enough. Good. And then let's see. Plop, and then we reach the edge. Yeah, so it's very convenient to do sometimes, but it's not that great when there are no radars, because then you can't place them anyway. So I'm going to go all the way here. That's good. Bots are struggling. Oh, they ran out of power. So maybe we stop them for a second so we can go back to the train. I like building stuff like this from a train. I also like to build them with buildings, as in build them with roboports, but I think it's fine like this. So there, turn it back on. You go to manual, remove this, and then we go. So I'm not sure if we're going to do this building backwards. One way to do it is by placing the rocket silo, and then yeah, build backwards. I think that might be a good way to do it, but I also think that some of the stuff, like the rocket fuel, can be built at new oil. So maybe new oil will happen before rocket science as well. We'll see. So this looks nice actually. Train building or rail placing is quite fun because you drive the train, so it's very easy to see that there is improvement, because like now when you reach the end of the tracks, there is no more improvement and you stop. Good. And then we do not that, so from here then. But why? It's probably too close to the edge. So here then. Yeah. There. That's good. I like that. So let's keep that one just for fun. Okay. Now, how do we how do we start, and do we need to tear down some of what we just built? No, I'm going to build it below and then have something smaller up here, and maybe we can even use the coal if we feel like it. So we need, for this thing, I think we are going to need a very large train station. That's it. So if we do a junction here, I want it to go past. Let's place it. Yeah, I want it to go past the iron, but as close as possible, and that's actually quite decent. That's good. So the train station here, I think what we're going to do is have a parking lot here for the trains. We're going to need a quite large parking lot, I believe. So we need to make one diagonal line. Let's use one of these and place a diagonal one like so. That might be way too large. What we want to have room for on the lane is 4 wagons. So I'm going to make a measuring train, and it's not that bad, the measuring I did. And then we need to make sure that we can turn it this way, and this is fine. And now we need to get from here, let's see, and here. So we need to get here, I believe. And that would be, let's see, we're coming up, so this is fine. Yes. And then we're going to have to do it here. And rotate, and this. Oh, that's good. We didn't hit the light there. That's nice. Good. Then we set off the rail signals. That's signal, and I don't want to cross, but of course there are no trains here, but I don't want to cross anyway. There we go, and chain signals before, and in the middle here, and in the middle here, I believe. But why? No, oh no. Here. This thing is blinking. So let's remove it because it's unnecessary, unless we place one here and one here. Do I see a point of those? No, because we don't want several trains going there anyway, so it's fine like this. Okay, and then let's see if this thing can go here as well. And it can. So I'm going to delete the train, and I'm going to sneak this part. It looks so large, the parking spot. And I'm going to leave a tiny bit of breathing room. Like so. So it's that's actually 4 tiles, but that's, yeah, that's fine. So this is probably more than enough. And let's see, can we send the train in there now? Already? Yeah, we can. Good. I'm just going to send it in. Did it start moving? Yes. That means it's out of the way, and we can use it to I don't know, Well, we are going to get the items from it, of course, but yeah, it's not the perfect location though. Maybe, can we already put it here? We can. So the train is parked in the parking spot, and I think I like the length. We could shorten it a tiny bit, but it's fine like this. So get the rails and build the rails. This is going to be most likely the biggest train station I've ever built, and I have no idea how it's going to look, but I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking at the time and we can still build a bit more, so I'm going to start it now. But what we need to decide how much do we build here, because this thing needs so many different items. I'm going to set up 3 machines for the different things, and that's rocket control unit, right? Yes. This is this, and this rocket fuel is this. Now, solid fuel and light oil. This is going to be made at oil. That's fine. This thing only needs base materials. So this is going to be made at this location. That's good. And speed modules and processing units. Speed modules, that's red and greens. So we need all 3 kinds of modules. It's possible to make this item at our blue outpost, or we can ship all 3 kinds. I'm not sure what to do about that one, so I'm going to delay that one, and I'm going to start by making room for those. Now, I believe we need 100 of each. Might need 1,000. No, I believe it's 100. But we need less because of the 40%. The productivity. But this is a lot of copper plates. So the easiest part would be to make this close to a copper plate producing structure. Now, maybe, let's see. I'm going to find a power pole. That's good. And I'm going to paste this beautiful thing. Plop. Because I want this place to be protected. Plop. Plop. And I'm also going to have this thing in my inventory because I don't want to lose it. And then I'm going to place a radar. That would be here. That's very silly with the 2 power poles, but it's fine. And am I going to build more tracks down, or am I just going to build? I'm just going to get the power. I'm going to bring the power. Now, the reason for doing this is to place a radar. Whoa. Place a radar far away from base. Pew, pew, pew. Good. Shoot it. Okay. So so the point is, oh jeez, the point is to find copper. That's the plan here. That's going to take some damages. maybe the... yeah, it's good. I'm very happy with the night vision goggles right now. Good, good. And stuck in terrain. Okay, going to place it here. That would be there. Yeah, that's a nice spot. We just place it and it's going to search this whole area. Actually, let's do this, and because we have loads of power, we might want to place a couple more. Yeah, sure. So those are going to beep their way through, I believe. Yeah, it's a very slow. Oh, yeah, because the scanning process takes a while. So that's why it's nice to have more than one. We're going to see many squares, hopefully, at the black spot. Yeah, the black spots are going to be... oh, there's a random gray spot as well. Okay, so maybe it's not perfect, but oh, yeah, it helps. It helps. So I'm going to leave it like that down here. And then I think I'm going to do the same here, because this place we can lock off as well with turrets. So let's do that. That would be here, I think, and then there. I like that. That was enjoyable because it got power without being connected to one another as well. That's good, and that's good, sure. And then we do power and a couple of radars. When we have done the... I don't want to tear this down, so there. When we have done the beeping and we have everything uncovered into the gray, I'm going to remove the radars, but for now I think this is good. Is this... no, not copper. So the reason it's so hard to find stuff is because it's not a normal rail world map. It has much fewer resources, and the reason I did that is because the resource patches I do find are quite rich, and by quite I mean very rich. Because I don't mind looking for them. I don't want it to be like resources everywhere, but I don't want to spend half my time in the Megabase running around setting up new mining bases all the time. So that's the reason for that. We are here now. Let's see. Can we get home from here? Should we get home from here? Maybe we can do... maybe we can connect here. That looks very silly, strange. Silly, strange, I like it, I enjoy that. I'm going to keep it like that. Because I think the train station is going down, like maybe here and here and here and here. Or maybe we need to do one loop and then build downwards so we don't meet the wall. I don't know how many different products we need to ship in, but if it's this is one, maybe several belts as well, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, or potentially just 1, so 5 instead of 7, but we'll see. We're at least going to need 5 stations, and I think I'm going to build them bigger than what I usually do, because this is where we get to the end game. So I did the radar placing and that took a couple of minutes, so I think I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to drive back home to count my modules, because that's something I enjoy counting, and I feel like modules equals progress. They can sneak by here. I need to place turrets here as well. And now we're starting to get far away from home. So it actually takes a minute, or not a full minute probably, but it takes time, I guess is the correct word, time, to drive back and forth, even using trains. So what's the struggle here now? It is copper. And do we not have... Oh, we do. Yeah, we have those 2 lanes of copper, which isn't enough. So I hope we find some copper down here. If not, I think we're going to go on a search mission somewhere. Maybe, I was going to say maybe we can find it using our murder train, but I don't think that's a good idea because we don't have the range yet. That's something we do later. So we've got to count the modules. Oh, this is nice. This is really nice. We have so many modules. That's 250 and 36 and even more. Nice. Nice, nice. So we are getting to a point where we can module stuff. We need modules up here. So we need many. We are missing a full side of productivity modules. So maybe we're going to prioritize right. I don't think it's... Oh, and here we have a prioritization issue as well, apparently. So I'm hearing stuff. I saw the beep. I just want to finish this one. Output left. Where's this? Oh, this is our original coal patch. Oh, stuck. No, base. Help. I'm being repressed. Did you see the base repressing me? That was evil. So, oh, the true enemy in the trees. So we are soon there. We already have this thing planned out. That's good. That's good. Pew, pew, pew. Nice. And 2 more. And how? The biters are so sneaky. I think I'm going to place it like so. That should cover it. Yeah, that's good. So we had a bit of destruction going on. That was a nice way to end the episode. Watching our base go to smithereens. Well, it didn't actually blow up that far, but let's see. What are we trying to do here? I think that would be correct. Yes. And there. Yeah, good. So it is connected, I believe. Yes. Looks like it's working very slow. No, it probably isn't. It's just the animation that I'm not used to. And good. So everything is safe. Right now it looks quite covered. Our base, that is. Maybe at the edge of the research I'm going to place a radar I can forget about and then suddenly find something interesting if we're really lucky. And there we go. I got paranoid now, so I'm going to place a couple more turrets. Good. So we started our big project. I like this. I like this parking. I haven't put up the lights yet. I like putting lights. Yeah, that made sense. That's, let's see. Yeah, those words work in that order. Okay. So I like making lights or setting up the train signals because That's something I don't have a lot of experience with, and it's always fun to do stuff like that. Anyway, I'm probably going to do that in the next episode. If not, we'll see. But it's, oh, this is nice. I really enjoy this. We have a rocket silo. I'm going to place it there just to remind myself that it exists in the world. I'm also going to power it because, yeah, it doesn't drain much. Doesn't drain much. That's fine. So, thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the spaghetti. Bye bye.